Hi, welcome to the channel. This is Venly Place. My name is Lisa. Today I'm going to make a pork butt. So I hadn't expected to be working on this video today, but this is what we're doing. I expected to be doing my wedding video for my daughter, but she has the other half of my video. I can't put it all together yet, so hopefully it'll be out next week. But anyway, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make some tomato sauce out of tomatoes from my garden. And I washed them in cool water and I soaked them in cool water with vinegar. And now I'm gonna blanch them. All right, so I got all those tomatoes ran through the food mill. Now I'm gonna put it on the stove and let it cook down until it makes a nice thick sauce. While that tomato sauce is cooking down, I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of this stuff prepped and ready to go. It's gonna take a while for it to cook down because it's got a lot of water in it. I'm just gonna peel some potatoes first. I'm just using 2 pounds of pork butt. I always buy pork butt when they're on sale. Pork butt's really tender meat, and if you know anything about pork, then you know the longer you cook it, the more tender it gets. And pork butt's very tender if you cook it right. Sometimes it can be tough. Things are just crazy around here right now. Today, for example, I have my little grandson and Jada and Ashton have been out of town. And so I've been watching 3 of their 4 dogs. And she's got 2 little ones, little poodle Pomeranian mix. One is a year old and the other is 10 months old. And Lord have mercy. Them are some hyper dogs. Come on, puppies. Come on. Come on, Bun Bun. There she is. There's Milo. Come on, Desiree. Bring it up the rear, girl. Don't walk on that. Stay off it. Yucky. No, no. Oh, you don't want to walk on that, Papa. Come on. Let's go in. Let's go back up here on the porch. They're not used to running free, like they can here. And they've learned how to dig holes. So this morning, at 5 o'clock this morning, I let them out to go potty. And it had rained through the night, so the ground was nice and muddy. And her little female bunny, she's white, and then she has black and gray and brown. She's real cute. But her little feet are white. And I let them out to go potty, and they come back in, and she's just covered in mud. She had dug a hole in the mud. So 6 o'clock this morning, I'm giving dogs a bath. Got these all peeled. I'm going to rinse them real quick. Then I got an onion as well. Just a regular white onion. It's like a medium size one. Wouldn't say it's big. I wouldn't say it's small. It's about medium. So I'm just going to chunk that up too. Like I said, we'll just get all this prepped up. And when it's time, we can just throw everything in the pot. Be ready to go. Got me a whole clove of garlic. Cut the top off of it. I'm going to roast it in the oven at 400 degrees just until it's nice and soft, and we can squeeze it right out. Little baking dish, my oven set at 400. Pop it in there as soon as it beeps, and it'll be ready to go. If you ever made tomato sauce, you know it can take a while. I got distracted with my grandkids. It got a little bit more done than what I normally would do it, but it's fine. It's not too burnt at all. So now what I have is 2 pounds of pork butt. I'm going to take them out of the baggies, and I'm going to pat some of the liquid off of them. I'm going to pat them dry. So I'm just going to pat these dry a little bit, get some of that moisture off. Just a little bit. I know it just looks like a bunch of pieces right now. When I get a pork butt, I just cut it all up and I freeze it in 1 pound packages because it's just Vince and I normally cook for. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it up a little bit. Not really going to cube it, but just make it little smaller chunks. Take some all-purpose flour, probably about a cup or so. Put some pepper on it, some salt, some onion powder, garlic powder, one more onion, and I'm going to throw some celery salt on there. Give it a good mix. Because I always cut the fat cap off of my pork butt, I'm going to use some lard that I made with that fat cap, and we're going to fry this pork up in it. I'm going to use probably like that much. About like that much. We're going to let it get hot. While that's getting hot, let's dredge this pork in the flour. You gotta leave one hand clean so that you can do stuff with it. Okay, our lard is nice and hot. Let's get our pork going. We're just gonna brown it up. We're not gonna like fry it or anything. I'm using this lard so that it gives it that nice, pork fatty flavor. Since I took all the, not all of it, but a lot of the fat off of it when I took off the fat cap. Okay, let's check it. Nice and crispy. Okay, so now that this is all browned up, I'm going to take it out. To these little drippings, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. About. This is like 3 medium-sized, or small, I guess, potatoes. Medium-sized onion. A whole head of garlic. We're just going to let that cook down until the onions are nice and soft. Alright, so we got these all nice and our onions are softened up a little bit. Everything's covered in the butter. We're going to add a little more pepper. A little more salt. Some of our homemade tomato paste. good blob of it. Mix all of this together. Add some more. Make sure everything's nice and covered in it. We're just gonna let this go. Let it caramelize up. Okay, now our tomatoes got a nice little brown color to them. A little caramelization going on. Onions are getting a little more translucent. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. You got garlic and onion and all kinds of things in there. So this is a chicken bouillon cube dissolved in some water. We're just going to throw it in there. We're just going to get all this stuff off the bottom. I don't have any stock. That's why I used the chicken bouillon cube. Now we're going to take a little whiskey. A generous amount in. Some Who's Your Sister sauce. A little bit of that. A little celery seed. A little bit more garlic. Onion powder. Some more salt. Some more pepper. A little bit more water. And we'll let it come to a simmer. Okay, now it's up to a boil. Turn the heat off. Put my pork pieces in there. Get them submerged really well. We're going to throw us 2 bay leaves in there. A little bit of chives on top. Just a little smidgen of rosemary. And that's what we're looking like. Delish. I'm going to take some foil. I don't have a lid for this pan. And I'm going to throw it in a 275-degree oven. Okay, so it's in a 275-degree oven, and I'm going to let it cook for probably 2.5 hours, and then I'll check it, and then we'll just go from there and see how long it takes to cook the whole thing. So now I'm going to make some apple biscuits to go with our whiskey pork butt. So the first thing I'm going to do is cook up my apples. I'm going to put some butter in there. We're going to let that melt up real good. I got 2 regular size Macintosh apples that I grated up. I put lemon juice in them so they wouldn't turn brown, but they turn brown anyway. So there you go. I'm going to take some of this butter out. I think I put too much in. It's okay. It's okay. So I'm going to dump my apples in. And I just grated them with a little hand grater. We're just going to fry them up. The only reason they're brown is because they've been sitting out for a minute. Put a little salt on them. Not a lot. A little touch of vanilla. Just a little smidgen of brown sugar. Don't need a lot. We're just going to fry them up. So now all the butter and the sugar and everything is reduced. So our apples are done. Okay, so for the biscuits part, we're going to use self-rising flour. So I'm going to use like a cup and a half of self-rising flour. And I melted about 2 tablespoons of shortening on the stove. I dump them in there like that. And then our pan's still nice and greasy. And then we're going to take some milk, just regular milk. You can use buttermilk, whole milk, whatever. I'm going to add just a little smidgen of water. I didn't realize I had such little milk. You want your dough, something like that. Okay. So now we're going to put our apples in. Butter and all. I'm just going to mix that in there. That pan we just melted that shortening in. That's what we're going to use to put our biscuits in. Using the spoon that we use to cook our apples, I'm just going to dollop it in there. Just like so. Now these should be nice and crispy when they get done. And very, very tasty. All right. Now we're going to throw them in a preheated 450-degree oven for about 20-25 minutes. All right, there's our whiskey pork butt with potatoes. Our apple biscuits. Look at that. Take some butter. A lot of butter. All right, I am starving too, guys. Take a biscuit. Look at that. You can see it steaming still. Nice golden top. A whiskey pork. This is a fork and knife kind of dinner. Let me tell you what. Get some potatoes up in there.
Let me try it.
So that's just pork. And it's got a lot of seasonings in it, and it's cooked with whiskey and homemade tomato paste. And then your biscuit has apple slivers in it.
Okay. I'm gonna pick a little meat and potatoes right now. Eat them, try them both at the same time here. It's good. Definitely. That's real good. Definitely a flavor I've never had before. I'm not even sure what it is, but it's good. Let me just try the meat real quick.
Does it have a smoky taste to it at all?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't describe anything because I'm not good with that. I'm not a critic. But yeah, a smoke, and then there's another powerful flavor in there. There's something else, but I can't call what it is. Let me try your bread.
Bay, maybe. Bay leaf, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I got a couple of those.
It's good too. I already like your biscuits, but that just gives a little apple flavor, and that's good. Need some butter on it.
It's got butter all over the bottom.
It almost tastes like I should put some butter on the inside, I think. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't need butter, but I think I would put butter. All right, I'm gonna
So
go have
I'm
dinner.
just wondering, does the sweet apple taste go pair really well with the smoky flavor?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, putting the two together like that, I can see that. Yeah, I'm putting back what I took out.
Go enjoy your supper.
All right, thanks.
Well, there you have it, folks. The boss has spoken. He likes it. Like I always say with all of my recipes, take it, make it your own, tweak it, do whatever you want with it. If you do try it, leave me a comment. Let me know how you tweaked it. Let me know if you liked it or not. Well, I'm going to go because I want to go eat some of this delicious supper. If you liked my video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my content, subscribe to the channel. And I will definitely see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.